Hello everyone. Well, as you see from the title, I think the Bible is flawed. 1924, I think was right, yeah. Total issue 210,000. Well, why do I think the Bible is flawed? Well, for a number of reasons. Number one, I have a pretty good idea of how human beings are. I know what our political leadership is, and have no doubt the church, our politicians, all the churches, they are political leaders. You have, well, let's look at the origins of our current Bible. The Gospels, the Old and New Testament, everything that's in the Bible has its roots in the ancient texts, well, starting with the ancient texts of the Jews. The Old Testament has stuff in common with Christianity. That is the starting point. Christ is a Jew. The New Testament comes out of Christ's teachings. Christ supposedly dies in 33 AD. Most of the Gospels are written from 70 AD on. And you have a lot of people writing a lot of things at the time. There's stuff that goes beyond, that's much older than Christ that's not in the Bible. Now, the Bible as we know it gets its start in 325 with the Council of Nicaea. Constantine got all the leaders together and he wanted a unified church. Now, it wasn't that Constantine was a super religious guy. He just wanted to, well, basically the church was used to control people in those days, and he saw this as a really good political tool for controlling people. And they began the biblical canon, although documents say that it's not till about 390 or 397, 398 that the first biblical canon was done. Constantine in 331 has 50 Bibles ordered for Constantinople, which was his seat of power in the Eastern Roman Empire. Anyway, they left out a lot of stuff. They left out stuff that, well, frankly, we don't get to read. We're basically stuck with either the Catholic version, the Ethiopian Orthodox version, the Eastern Orthodox version, the King James version. I'm an Anglican, so it's King James version all the way, right? But the Catholic version of the Bible has a lot of stuff in it that King James doesn't have. Is this stuff relevant? Well, I would think so. So what does this make for, in order to understand everything, you have to read everything. And you just can't limit yourself to the King James version or to the Catholic version. You want to read the Gospels that never made it. Right? What happened to them? Interesting clue. The Pope at the time, I forget his name. I can never pronounce those names anyway. Under his orders, they burned the library at Alexandria. And there's a big old seagull. I guess he's coming down for the thing. He burns the library, has the library at Alexandria burned in 391. This apparently at the time was the greatest library in the world. It would have had a lot of stuff in it that would have contradicted or would have shown bad light. Watch me, not the seagull. Would have contradicted. Here, I'll move this way so you can get us both in the picture. Would have contradicted much that's in the Bible. So, having said that, the Bible is flawed. This document, as good as it is, as scary as it is, as evil as it is, and it's all these things. I mean, this book has stuff in it that, well, let's face it, if you followed this, I mean, God, the way people were treated and the way they tell you to treat people is just unbelievable. But it is a flawed document, and really, if you a good place to start an investigation into it would be Wikipedia. Type in the Council of Nicene. I'll put a link down below, or the biblical canons, and these are good starts. And then you can take it from there. And one of the interesting things is, one of the things that sparked my interest in it was the Dead Sea Scrolls are discovered in the late 40s, early 50s. And the scholars have been, reading them and deciphering them ever since. But there's been no general release. Some of the stuff has been released. But I know you just have the feeling that a lot of it's held back. And then we've all heard the rumors that in Rome, in the Vatican, they have very large archives that, let's face it, unless you're a real high-ranking member of the church, you don't get to see this stuff. It's not like you're you're a theological student at the University of whatever, and you want to go to Rome and study the biblical canon and the lost gospels or anything like this. You will not get to see this stuff. And based on what I know about human nature and politicians and the way people behave, there's a reason for it. So this is why I say the Bible's flawed. There's a lot of good stuff in it, a lot of bad stuff in it. We have what we have, but we should demand more. And you should demand more out of your priest. You should demand more out of your minister. And say, listen, I want to know more about this. Right? Just don't accept it. Just don't accept what they say. I want more. So, anyway, that's how I feel. And I know I'm probably going to be dumped on from on high, and I don't care. Right? You can go and you say, yeah, you're going to hell and you're going to cry and stuff like that. Well, great. If that's the case, then fine. Right? Be bent over and have a pineapple shoved up my butt, like in the movie, Little Nicky. That was funny. But anyway, really, you should demand more. And we should be allowed to see everything. I mean, we're not children. We should be allowed to see everything. Anyway, what can you say? Read it. Read it from cover to cover. How many people out there have read it from cover to cover? I have. Right? Most people haven't. They've only read the passages because they can't be bothered. They've read, Cat in the Hat.
They've only read the passages that their pastors have told them to read.
Yeah. Read it from cover to cover. And if you're Protestant, then go get a Catholic Bible and read that from. Read the missing stuff in that. Get an Orthodox Bible and read what they have. And look around. Look around for the other information. It's out there. I know it's got to be out there. And if anybody has any information where we can find some of this stuff, hey, put up a video or put it in the thing, put some links on it. I mean, that'd be great. I'll let everything go up, right? I'll let all the comments go up, good and bad and indifferent, right? But, just go do it. Think for yourself, right? Investigate this whole thing, right? I mean, how many Christians are there out there? How many Muslims? How many Jews? I mean, there must be like 3 billion of us, right? And if we were all investigating this at the same time, I mean, maybe we'll get down to the bottom of it, right? It may take the power away from the churches, but hey, They're not necessary anyway, because I believe I know I get the quote wrong, and I know people will say, but wherever one or more gathers in His name is a church, right? So we really don't need them. Anyway, go. That's it.